Somewhere in the early days of Toontown, a installation flash video was made. What did it mean and what else could we may have never have known about it? Well, let's find out as much as we can know, shall we? So this entire video is based off of a video that you most likely know. Toontown early in its days had a flash video that played, giving you something to watch as the game installed to your computer. In the video, it features Scrooge McDuck visiting his friend in person he personally invested in, Gyro Gearloose. So he heads to Gyro's establishment somewhere on the outskirts of Toontown, but something seems wrong. Gyro is nowhere to be found. Scrooge of course invites himself inside to look around for Gyro until he sets his eyes upon a robot contraption that has a note reading, "Do not touch." Scrooge McDuck figures it's his investment and decides to hotwire up the machine. The machine comes to life and, to Scrooge's dismay, goes to a nearby control panel to crank up the production of cogs on the factory that go on to fly into the world of Toontown. The video ends with the robot closing in on Scrooge and the screen fading to black, telling you that you need to help save the town of Toontown from these evil robot cogs. Nothing else was ever really known about this video, but it naturally raised a lot of questions. Where was Gyro? What happened to Scrooge? What was that robot cog in the video? Well, let me tell you everything that I've learned. So, in order to figure out this mystery, I reached out to the one and only Jesse Shell once again to quiz him on various things about this very subject. Gyro and Scrooge McDuck were never mentioned at any other point in Toontown history in-game since that video was released. However, Gyro was featured in various other Toontown related things, and self-promotion. If you'd like, you can click on the card on the screen right now to take you to my Toontown characters video, where you can learn all you would ever need to know about Gyro Gearloose in Toontown's history. So my first question to Jesse Shell was simple. I asked him simply about whether Scrooge McDuck or Gyro Gearloose were ever in any plans for the story of Toontown Online. He told me, basically, Scrooge McDuck and Gyro Gearloose were part of the backstory, in this case the video, but they were never in any of the plans for the future of Toontown or the game. Meaning this video most likely may have not held as much meaning in the grand scheme of things as some people may think. So what does that mean for the robot? Jesse Shell alluded to the fact that the video basically stood for just backstory to the game, meaning there weren't any real plans for that robot featured in the video to be included in the actual game by any measure. After learning all this, I asked more about the meaning of the video and how it came to be, and Jesse Shell told me himself, and I quote, "Good question. Here's how it happened, as I remember. We needed a Flash movie to be happening while we were downloading the Panda engine. Someone at Disney Online was tasked with making one, and they made this one with pretty minor supervision. We were all so busy on the game we weren't really focused on it. It wasn't exactly the vision I had, but I didn't have any major problems with it either. This means that the Flash video in question may not have really meant anything at all besides simply entertainment to have while just downloading the game." I asked him further on this and what his vision for what the true video and backstory would have been, and he told me this. The original plan was that Scrooge tasked Gyro with making business robots to run his business more efficiently, and they got out of control. The video was not quite what I had in mind, but it was okay, and we were all in a hurry at that point. So in Jesse Shell's vision, there was never any chairman or main focal robot cog that actually created the cogs. They were all just simply robots that Scrooge McDuck had tasked to be created to help run his business more efficiently. The only reason for the way this video turned out was simply because the person tasked on making it simply created it in their own vision under minor supervision, thus leading to what we saw so many years ago. So what does this mean? Should we just dismiss it at this point? Or do we accept it as part of Toontown's history? Many projects and servers and concepts use this video as a basis for features in their games or storylines, and it'd be a tad bit disappointing to know that it wasn't canon, right? Meaning, it wasn't a true piece to the Toontown storyline, and it wasn't actually the truth. I asked Jesse lastly the basic question of, is this video canon to the backstory of Toontown Online, and more importantly, how the cogs came to be? Jesse Shell replied with this. Unfortunately, or fortunately, there is no one with the authority to decide what is and isn't canon. In my mind, the Scrooge Flash movie isn't true. I see the story differently, but it was official for some time, so it probably is canon if there is such a thing, which there isn't. Smiley face. So what Jesse Shell means is the interpretation of the video is up for anyone to believe in. If someone like Toontown Rewritten were to fully believe in this video, they would be right. If Toons out there fully believe that this video isn't exactly the true storyline, then they're right in their own right. It's up to the eye of the beholder to decide what is and isn't canon in this situation when it comes to the game's story, especially when it never concerned any facet of the gameplay inside of the actual game. So, in recap, Scrooge McDuck and Gyro Gearloose were part of the backstory, but were never meant nor ever planned to be featured in any part of the game. The video was made as a speedy addition as a form of entertainment during the installation of the game. And Jesse Shell doesn't believe that it's truly the story of how the cogs came to be, but he believes you're right if you do believe in it. And that's all there is to know and learn about the original Toontown installation flash video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed learning all about the history of this piece of Toontown history, and I hope I can see you all again in my future videos. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all around. Oh boy, welcome to everybody's favorite part of the video, hashtag sellout time. Basically, all of my videos take time and effort to make, especially mysteries. I only ask if you want to help support me in making videos like this, consider supporting my Patreon monthly. You can even get rewards for supporting me each month. If you're unable to for any reason, don't worry and don't try going through any trouble trying to do so. It's only if you're in the situation where you can and want to help support my videos. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my very next video. I also want to give a big shout out to Bingo Kemsky, MXGE, and Christopher Tobin for supporting me so much over the month of October. It means a lot to me that you guys keep helping my random self and actually being able to create Toontown videos. It's really surprising and touching to me to have you guys do so much for me over the past 2, 3, 4, 5 months. So, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you all.